Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior, and welcome to my first kind of Dragon Ball related video. Now, I have been a massive fan of Dragon Ball for an extremely long amount of time. Much longer than actually my love for comic books and actually like fighting games in general. So you can probably guess how happy I was when I found out that the Dragon Ball game franchise was being handled by Arc Systems. You know, the people behind Guilty Gear. I was ecstatic and very pleased with what I saw at EVO and at E3. Now, from what you can obviously tell from the title, I was able to get my hands on this game. And oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, this is the Dragon Ball game that we've all been waiting for, especially if you are a fighting game fan. It feels like they've put the cherry on top for this one. Now I'm just gonna go through early impressions here and give you all an idea of how the gameplay is. Now the gameplay itself is actually very simple and easy to pick up. Within about 30 minutes I felt very comfortable with the button layout. It's very easy and very simple to in fact string combos together, especially if you are a casual player, but there's enough depth in the gameplay that you can really start doing some incredible damage when you start to get used to the mechanic. You can do some absolutely insane stuff, like bounce cancels, level 3 supers, which are absolutely insane by the way. And the one thing that I absolutely love about this is the art style. The art style really does complement the Dragon Ball Z franchise with the fantastic gameplay. It gels so well together, and I'm so glad that's been handled by Arc Systems, because for me actually playing the game early, I can tell they're going to be taking this game in an amazing direction. I always think it's quite important to play a game quite early, just to get an idea of whether or not you want to purchase or support the game, and I'm 1,000,000% behind this game. Now the early access version, I didn't have access to anyone like Krillin, Piccolo or Vegeta. It was in fact the same build you saw at EVO, so nothing too drastic has changed up to this coming week, as we have Gamescom coming around, so we can expect some more Dragon Ball Z stuff, as well as the build that's going to be there will most likely be updated, so you probably will see some Krillin, Piccolo and Trunks. Now back onto gameplay. Like I said, it's very easy to pick up and very easy to string combos together. You have a projectile move, light hit, heavy hit and kick, with your supers being registered to R1 or right bumper and right trigger, which is a form of burst that can kind of close down spaces. It's essentially what allows you to kind of thread your combos together, and it's really good. You also have this kind of rush slash burst mechanic, which works as a grab and it lets you to combo string afterwards. It's really damn good. You also have air techs, you can break grabs. It's extremely satisfying to see, especially when you and someone else activate like your level 3 supers and they're both projectiles, so you can essentially have like a solar Kamehameha battle against a father-son Kamehameha. They both cancel each other out, but it's goddamn hype. And the tag mechanic adds another layer of just like mayhem and hype on top of a already fantastic game. It makes it really chaotic, but honest to god, it's one of the best parts of the game. Now I can't really compare it to anything else, as I'm not too familiar with something like Marvel vs Capcom 3, but I will say that this game has so much going on in it that it's really hard to not admire like the amount of time and work that's been put into it. Last time I really read up any news on this, the game was 20% done, and this was at least a few months back. Of course, now they've revealed a few more characters, we've seen a few more stages, and we've had some hints at a story mode. Now the new additions we do have is Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta. I hate saying those things, so I'm just gonna say Super Saiyan Blue. Now I'm quite happy that they've added some stuff from Super in here, as although Super isn't really solid, it's still a half decent anime, and it does have some pretty cool characters. So I would like to see more Super characters actually incorporated into the game. I'm praying for Hit. Soon as Hit comes out, I'm sorry Perfect Cell, he'll be my main. Either that or Cooler. Oh my god. But from what you can tell, I'm extremely excited for this game, and you should be too. There's a lot of potential here. This is being handled with love, and Arc Systems has this anime kind of style that really just goes hand in hand with Dragon Ball. So visually, it's absolutely stunning. Now the other additions we currently have to the roster, outside of Piccolo, Krillin and Trunks, if you didn't know, is Android 16 and Android 18, with a little bit of 17 sprinkled in there. Allow me to explain. Android 16 has been revealed, and it's been hinted at that he's going to be a rather kind of slow heavy character, which is a really good sign, because it does go to show that each character is going to feel very different in how they play. All characters will have rather similar mechanics of getting in, but it seems like in terms of performance they want every single character to feel different to their own, which is why they only have Android 18 in here and not really 17. You see, in the games and the anime, Android 17 and 18 are very similar. Not only because they're twins, but in games 9 times out of 10, they pretty much play the exact same minus like a few special moves and supers. So in that aspect, I can understand why they've only put one of them in. But don't fear Android 17 fans, because it does seem like they're going with the idea of having him function with 18 during certain moves. So if you do like a burst grab, you might be part of it for a very short amount of time before he just kind of dips out. So it's kind of like a tag mechanic, but he attacks in tandem with his moveset. Now though Android 17 might not actually make it into the game, I do suspect that Super 17 will. You see, we haven't heard anything about GT characters, and although GT isn't really loved by fans, the entire saga wasn't terrible. There were good elements in what was deemed as a bad show, and I'd say Super 17 was one of those. So who knows, we might be quite lucky and get something like that here. But yeah, those are the 4 characters that have been revealed, and on top of that, it seems like we're gonna get a very unique story. It seems like they're going in a what if direction, and interesting take on what happened in the Android saga. Now they've been very secretive about this and haven't hinted at too much, but it does seem that Android 16 might be playing quite an important role in this storyline, which is 1, very interesting, and 2, very good. As much as I love playing from the Saiyan saga to the Buu saga, there's only so many times I can keep playing that in a recycled game before it becomes so repetitive that I want to die. So I'm very happy that they're coming up with an original story. With the new direction they're taking, I think that this could really breathe in some fresh air for the Dragon Ball franchise. It has been needed, because although I enjoyed Xenoverse 2, that game was such a grind to the point where I just got really burnt out. So something quite new like this is going to be very unique. So now we're kind of at the end of the video, and some of you may be confused about whether or not you should actually pay some attention to this game or just kind of waver it off. Well, for my own personal impressions, I think that you guys should definitely keep an eye out for this game. Sorry, my camera actually ran out of battery right there. But yeah, now back to what I was saying, keep your eyes out for this game. It's clearly being handled with love and care, and Arc Systems are listening to their fans. If you are a Dragon Ball fan and want a certain character in there, approach them and put your opinion out there. As it's clearly very evident, they are taking their time to actually listen to what we have to say before the game comes out. They want fan input to know what we want in it, unlike another fighting game. Hello again. Now for a little bit of fun, please put down in the comments below, who do you want to see make the Dragon Ball FighterZ roster? It can be anyone from GT to Z to the original Dragon Ball, even the movies. But yeah, that's kind of it for now. I do apologise for the lack of uploads, as I went to that fighting game tournament last week, but it did give me the opportunity to actually play this game. So yeah, please do keep an eye out for Dragon Ball FighterZ, support it, communicate to Arc Systems, and hopefully soon we can get more word on characters, as well as the release date for the game. So yeah, that's kind of it for now guys. Now before this video finishes, if possible, let's try getting it to about 500 likes. It's a great way of supporting this channel, because YouTube's ad system is somehow now much more fucked than what it originally was, so by giving it a like, it helps out not only this video, but this channel out a ton. Now, as always guys, please comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care, and I'll see you all next time.